if you sort of lose focus, but it's having to get that focus back, continually, as you go through challenges. And challenges is not just, in terms of your success or where you're going. It also has to do with where you're at, your home environment, trying to create a very stable home environment, because once you create a stable environment, you actually create, a very good foundation for yourself to actually, step across better things in life. And having also that faith also catapults you to doing better things, because faith is basically a currency that you operate in. It's a currency that you operate in, and basically that tells you, in terms of, if you don't have faith in yourself and faith in your future, it becomes very difficult for you to move from a specific premise. So I know I've said quite a bit, but I think as a youth, empower yourself. Never cease to empower yourself, disciplining yourself, because if you can't discipline yourself, how do you then start disciplining and being an inspiration and empowering other people if you're not able to manage yourself? Getting out of bed is managing yourself.
Okay. So someone once said to me that you start a business to solve your own problems, but you grow a business by solving the problems of others. If today I'm in the room and I've got a business and I feel like, it's crippling a little bit, it's growing slowly, and but I've got a vision as to do this, what was the one tip you would give an entrepreneur today to pay it forward, so that when we do sit 15, 20 years from now, that we don't have the high unemployment rate that we have with the youth today, that we don't sit with businesses that are crumbling and yet people need food, income and jobs? Just a 1 minute, and I think I'll give the opportunity to all of you to just say one tip as to how people can make sure that in the future we don't have the high rates that we have for unemployment and business failure.
I would say that you take the principle of never giving up. Whatever you're working on, you just stay focused on it, despite the changes that you may see. When you look at some of these companies that we mentioned here today, Dial a Nerd and what is it again? Turrito. These are organizations that didn't exist. And now they do, and I searched them, and looked at their websites, and they're all over the country, And so, you can create something out of whatever is in your mind for you to create, so don't give up. We've got such great opportunities, and when you look worldwide, you look at companies like Airbnb, which is the largest accommodation company in the world. You look at Uber, the largest taxi business in the world. These are businesses that didn't exist. But right here in South Africa, we have the opportunities and we have great financial institutions. Don't give in.
So I just want to add to that from personal experience is I always used to say don't give up, and it's a major I think characteristic of entrepreneurs that they're stubborn, and that you'll read and see panels like this where entrepreneurs will tell you how many times they've failed and gotten back up, and that's what you have to do. But I just want to add a caveat that sometimes you do need to face facts, and that's again from a personal experience. We went through a very traumatic time where our entire business model wasn't working, and as an entrepreneur I just kept saying, do this, we're just going to do this, we're just going to do this, we're just going to face in this direction, we're going to go, and it took me longer than it should have to say, okay, the direction's changed, and as an example, and I know my time is limited, it was we were doing home support at the time, and home support has almost disappeared because computers work much better and operating systems don't fall apart like they used to, and there's less viruses and whatever, and we just kept going in this direction, and at some stage we needed to realize, and in terms of sustainability, to your point of sustainability, the passion has to be that you have to keep going forward, but you might change direction every now and again.
I think also what's very important, apart from all the other very important elements, is the ability to have self-belief. You know, you have to really believe in yourself. I think it's critical. And number two, you need to understand yourself and your capabilities, who you really are. And there's nothing wrong with hiring good people around you to actually help you grow your business. So have trust in other people. There's nothing wrong with hiring experts around you, surrounding yourself with good people to grow your business. You know, you don't have to be insecure or selfish all the time and hold on to information and hold on to your business model. Bring in experts, nothing wrong with that. Try and surround yourself with really good technical people. And also have the ability as a leader to listen to other people. It's very important because the world is changing all the time. Every single day there's something different.